What is up, TKW Warriors? J King
and Navarro
coming at you with a new weekly series. Well, we've been talking about doing lists for quite some time, and you're finally going to get it. Because from here on out, well, until further notice, Navarro and I will be doing weekly lists. And we're going to start it off right. This week's list, J King and Navarro's top 20 superstars of all time.
all time.
Now, I've been doing most of the talking here, so we'll let you kick it off.
All right, starting in at number 20. My pick is Shinsuke Nakamura. Ever since he turned heel, I don't know, it's felt right. It felt like what he should have been doing since his days in NXT. That's personally my opinion. He's a better heel than he is a face, to be honest.
You're going to hate my number 20. My number 20 is the Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman.
Don't hate me, but the Boogeyman is awesome. You tell me
Just because he's awesome?
Yes. And his finisher was badass.
Yeah,
the Boogie
he had a
Slam.
dope finisher. I can tell you that.
But don't tell me that you hated any segment he was ever a part of.
All
He
his
was
segments
amazing.
were amazing. Yeah.
Name another
Honestly.
professional wrestler that gets his protein in the ring.
No one.
Simon Dean's the only other one. For those of you who don't know, Simon Dean was a yoga guru, basically. He rode a Segway to the ring in yoga pants.
I don't know who he is, but
He was
sounds
a
cool.
fag. My number 19. I'm going to pick this up. My number 19. Kofi Kingston. All the way from his feud with Randy Orton in 2008, 9,
I think it was
to even now, he has stayed relevant, and he has been one of the top athletes in WWE. And the Royal Rumble is his fucking match. He's never won it, but he blows everyone's mind every year.
To be honest, he should be, by now, he should have been WWE champion.
He should have won it in
Universal
2008.
Yeah.
He should have.
But, you know, WWE.
Listen.
My number 19 is none other than John Cena. John Cena has been around for years. He's one of the
It's
all-time
John
greats.
Cena. You don't have to say anything.
Yeah. Just say his name, that's it.
John Cena is on the Mount Rushmore of WWE.
Mhm.
Plain and simple. You can hate him, you can love him, but you agree with that statement. He is a goddamn amazing person, in-ring performer. He's one of the most charismatic men to ever step foot in the ring, and his promo skills are top-notch.
Very top-notch at that.
He can pull a good promo out of anybody. Plain and simple.
Alrighty, moving on to number 18. My pick for number 18 is none other than Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy, the reason why I chose Matt Hardy was because ever since his broken gimmick started, it was like, that's what he needed for him to revamp himself after all the troubles and his past, mainly. And the broken gimmick, the woken gimmick, is the best thing that ever happened to him, in my opinion. What's your number 18?
My number 18 is Roman Reigns. He is the big dog. The big dog! Roman Reigns is one hell of an in-ring competitor. He can cut a promo. I didn't say he's the best. Don't type down in the comments that you hate me. You probably already do from the Boogeyman.
Some of those are probably going to happen.
Yeah. But he can go in the ring. He's a workhorse. He earns everything he gets. You can't say it's handed to him. He earns that. Every opportunity, every push, he's taken it and he's run with it.
even though he has been shoved down WWE's throats and the fans' votes for a long time, I can honestly say he
earned the
one of the
right to be
greats.
shoved down their throats.
He's earned it, but
Roman Reigns will be, when it's all said and done, one of the greatest to ever come through WWE.
Boo him or not.
He is John Cena. He is the most controversial wrestler in the world right now. Number 17. I'll let you go first.
Well, mine is... I was thinking about it, and you know what? I'm going to change this one. I'm going to change it.
What happened? It was Rusev.
It was Rusev. I love Rusev, but it just sunk into my mind. I'm like, I didn't have this superstar in this match, in this list, actually. John Morrison. John Morrison. I can't believe I didn't even put him on there, but he's my number 17 now, and I'm kind of happy.
I'm going to throw this out there, but this doesn't change my list at all. But Johnny Nitro was fucking great.
Johnny Nitro, John Morrison, Johnny Impact, and Johnny Mundo. All those guys equal up to one great superstar.
Another man that's one of the most charismatic men, probably in the world, but he just wasn't used right in WWE.
Yep. I hope one day he returns and makes everything right. You know, actually.
I'm gonna call it right now. John Morrison is entering the 2020 Royal Rumble at number 12.
I hope so. I hope he comes. That would be the best way for him to return, is at the Royal Rumble, no matter what year it is.
I'm calling this exactly.
Well, yeah, but
the 2020 Royal Rumble at number 12. If John Morrison is not in the 2020 Royal Rumble at number 12, I'll shave my body completely from the neck down.
All right, you said it here. You heard it here first. Even if he returns as Johnny Nitro.
If he's number 11 or number 13, if he comes back and his name's Johnny Morrison.
Johnny WWE.
John Morrison, number 13 in the 2020 Royal Rumble.
I'm kind of hoping that happens, actually.
My number 17, Eddie Guerrero. One of the greatest to ever do. We say this to every single person on this list is one of the best to ever step foot in the ring. So we'll just go. From now on, we're not gonna say they're one of the best to ever do it, yada yada yada, because that's basically what we're saying over and over and over. So we will name who the superstar is for that number, and our favorite storyline that they were in.
All right.
So my number 17, Eddie Guerrero, and my favorite storyline that he was actually part of was with Rey Mysterio for fighting for custody over Dominic.
It was a dumb storyline, but they made it
good.
They made it a good storyline.
They made it amazing.
A good storyline.
They made you hate Eddie Guerrero.
For the first time ever. I actually hated him for a while.
Number 15. Number 16.
My number 16 is his 17, Eddie Guerrero. And his storyline, aside from his storyline with Rey Mysterio, I feel like he had a good storyline with Brock Lesnar.
I was going to mention that one too.
That was a good storyline, and when he beat him,
was that No Way Out 2004.
Oh, yeah, there you go. When he beat him for the championship, I was like, yes.
No Way Out 2004. Brock Lesnar going into his feud at WrestleMania 20 with Goldberg, Eddie, Chris Benoit, ending the show with...
Moment of silence for Eddie Guerrero, right here. All right, moving in at number 15. I have none other than the boss, Sasha Banks. She had to be on my top 20. I don't care what y'all think. This is me.
I think it's stupid.
Well, stupid or not, she's still one of the top female wrestlers in the business today, and in my opinion, of all time. Especially with her feud with... Oh, she had a lot of great feuds. With Bayley, actually. With Bayley at NXT TakeOver.
That Nia Jax feud.
I know that was a good one, but I liked her NXT days when she had the Iron Woman match at NXT TakeOver. That was an amazing match. Better than Nia versus at Fastlane.
Yeah, I was kidding when I said Nia Jax feud.
I thought you were serious.
No, it wasn't good. Their match at Royal Rumble was trash.
Yeah. They had a better Fastlane match than Royal Rumble.
My number 15 is Brock Lesnar. This may sound kind of dumb, but he's obviously on here for the championships that he won and for the success that he had in the little amount of time that he was there for in the beginning. But I put him at number 15 solely due to the fact that him and The Undertaker had basically a 15-year feud.
Yeah.
Not, it obviously wasn't 100% on all the time, but the matches they had, the two Hell in a Cell matches that they had, are two of the greatest that I've ever seen. Two of the bloodiest, no doubt.
Two great Hell in a Cell matches.
Brock Lesnar is one of the greatest amateur wrestlers in NCAA history. And he excelled in the professional wrestling world as well. Plain and simple. Number 14. That's right, I said 14.
My number 14 is Mr. Heel Ziggler. His Instagram account says it all. He's better as a heel. Am I right? I'm right. He's better as a heel. He's most of the best storylines that he has had as a heel. Agree with me or not?
No, I'm agreeing that he's better as a heel. But
Yeah. He's
that was kind of that comment. Just it felt weird when you said that.
But it felt good. His heel with Seth Rollins right now is actually going pretty strong right now. That's why I chose him as number 14.
For his feud with Seth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or there's other ones, but I can't think of them right now. But
my number 14. It's an inside joke. You just
14.
My number 14 is Triple H. His feud with Randy Orton, where he literally got arrested on live television. I can close my eyes and rewatch those scenes from that episode of Monday Night Raw. I can still see Triple H in his leather jacket and his badass denim jeans and a sledgehammer in his hand, busting through Randy Orton's house, throwing him through his front bay window into his front yard, beating his ass, and hearing his wife Samantha in the background screaming her head off. It's one of those moments that just, you see it and it's stuck with you for the rest of your life. And it's one of those things.
Alrighty, coming in at number 13 on our list, mine is none other than Mr. Booker T.
The six-time world heavyweight champion. That felt really stupid.
It did, but it felt good at the same time. You know, he he had a right to name himself King Booker.
King Booker.
And one of my favorite storylines and feuds that he has had throughout his career was with Triple H at SummerSlam.
People like you don't belong here. That was before, but it's still kind of the same story.
They had a great match, good storyline leading up to it. You know, Triple H was injured, and they had a good storyline. That's all I gotta say.
Booker T is one of the greatest. My number 13. Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins created and destroyed the Shield. He didn't sell out. He bought in. And he is one of the best heels of the modern era. I didn't pick him for a specific storyline. I picked him for his entire career because Seth Rollins his nickname is not just the man. Seth Rollins is the man.
The architect.
The King Slayer.
The new Mr. Monday Nights.
No, it's just Monday Night
Or
Raw.
the next one.
No, Seth doesn't smoke weed.
Yeah.
Number 12. Who's your number 12?
My number 12 is the Game Triple H. That's all I gotta say.
I kind of covered it already.
It should have been his number 12 too, but hey, who's judging?
My number 12 is Umaga. No, but Umaga. He doesn't get enough credit. And it makes me sad to say that I don't ever see him being in the Hall of Fame. Just because the circumstances in which he passed away, and he wasn't on the best terms with WWE, and they've never officially acknowledged that he ever passed. It's a sad thing, but
One of the greats.
his feud with John Cena made his career. At the time, I hated him because John Cena was the fucking man. But looking back on it now, I wish Umaga would have won at New Year's Revolution in 2007. I believe that was where they had their last man standing, right?
Yeah.
Or was that Royal Rumble?
I believe so. No, I believe
Last man, or the last man standing match. He choked him out with the ropes, and that's how he lost.
Yeah.
It was either
Yeah, it was.
Royal
I
Rumble
don't
or
think
New
it was
Year's
a Royal
Revolution.
Rumble. I don't think it was a Royal Rumble. I think it was Resolution. Moment of silence for Umaga right now. All right, moving down on our list is number 11. Now, my number 11 is, now that I'm thinking about it, it may be, you guys are not going to agree with it, but it's all right.
At least I put the Boogeyman number 20.
Her splits lit up my face every time I saw her.
Karma?
Nope. Melina, dude. Melina, every time she walked through that stage.
Oh, the chick that got John Morrison fired because she had backstage heat.
She had backstage heat.
The chick that fucked Batista to get a push, right?
It does not matter. She is one of the best.
The
storyline she had with Michelle McCool, that lasted for a long time. It was one of her best. Mickie James, she had a great storyline with Mickie James too.
About to say Mickie James. I think that, in my personal opinion, her best stint in WWE was when she was with Eminem.
Yeah.
It really was. Because she could be their mouthpiece, and at the same time she was competing in the women's division, and it was great.
She was the best heel, and she was a good face.
She has the second best scream in professional wrestling.
Yep. She was one of the greatest. I hope one day she makes it into the Hall of Fame. I'll be baffled if she doesn't.
I honestly don't think she will, just because of the term she ended it with on.
Yeah.
But she has the career to go in. She really does.
Hopefully one day we get to see her back in WWE. You know, Mickie James came back.
She was in TNA. At least Melina didn't go there.
Yeah. If Mickie James did it, so can Melina. And that's what I'm hoping for. Fingers crossed. What's your number 11?
My number 11. Randall Keith Orton. The Legend Killer. The Viper. The Apex Predator. The man that single-handedly destroyed the McMahon family. But I didn't put Randy on here for that same feud that I mentioned earlier with Triple H. Put him on here for the feud that he had with Jeff Hardy.
Oh.
Going into the Royal Rumble 2008.
I hated Randy Orton at
I
that
hated
time.
Randy Orton so much. I can still see him kicking Matt Hardy in his appendix. Staring the camera down and say, I kicked him where his appendix used to be.
It was pretty tough.
The 33-foot swanton bomb from the Titantron.
He deserved it.
Fuck yeah, he did.
He deserved the shit.
I hated that guy.
Fuck
God.
Great story.
He's one of the greatest heels in professional wrestling history. Plain and simple. But finally cracking into the top 10.
It's gonna be a good one.
My number 10 is Enzo Amore.
You put Enzo Amore in front of Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, Batista, Eddie Guerrero, Roman Reigns, and Kofi Kingston, and the Boogeyman?
I love Enzo Amore. I love the song Phoenix. I love the podcast he did with Stone Cold Steve Austin, which you can find on Podcast 1. I loved his Cruiserweight Championship reign. I love Enzo Amore.
My number 10 spot goes to Mr. WrestleMania himself.
Rob Van Dam.
Nope. Mr. HBK, Shawn Michaels.
Hickenbottom Break Kid.
Hell yeah.
Hickenbottom Kid.
Every storyline, I can honestly say that he was in.
He was in them, yeah. Everyone that
He was
in
in
he was
them?
in them.
And they were amazing storylines.
You didn't hear what you said, did you?
No.
You said it. I can honestly say that every storyline he was in, he was in.
He had great storylines.
He was definitely in those storylines.
Yeah, he was, but there were
100%.
amazing storylines. And one of the storylines that stuck out to me was WrestleMania 23 versus John Cena. He lost, but I felt like he was gonna win. He should have won. WWE works in mysterious ways.
That
Still don't
storyline
understand them.
led to two of my favorite matches in history. Number one being John Cena versus Shawn Michaels in London. The Raw before Backlash.
Yep.
Number two, favorite match of all time. The Fatal 4-Way that took place at that year's Backlash with Randy Orton versus Edge versus Shawn Michaels versus WWE Champion John Cena. Number 9. My number 9 is The Undertaker. For every storyline that he's ever been a part of, because every single storyline that man has ever partaken in has been amazing. But if I had to pick one, the Ministry of Darkness. I have watched every compilation, every video, anything there is to do with the Ministry of Darkness. I've seen it all.
Yep.
The Ministry of Darkness was the greatest thing in professional wrestling history. It was better than the New Day. Better than Evolution.
Better than
the
New Day?
Shield.
Man.
Better than Aces and
Better than the New Day? Are you sure? Them pancakes, man.
Fuck pancakes. Go to Waffle House. Grow up. Be a man. But in all seriousness, the Ministry of Darkness was the shit.
My number 9 is Mr. Rey Mysterio.
I feel like we should be wearing masks for this.
He's back.
Pull your mask off.
He's back. Yes. One of the greatest moves that WWE has ever made till today. Bringing back Rey Mysterio. Yeah.
I think they should have just...
I mean, he's been back. He was at the greatest Royal Rumble. He was at the...
Everyone keeps saying
year's
that he
Royal
was in
Rumble.
the greatest Royal Rumble. I don't remember him being in the match.
He was in that match.
I don't remember it. I was
And
watching Wrestle Talk on my way here today, and they said it, and I don't remember him being in the match. I watched it live, but I don't remember him being in the match.
He was in the match, bro. He was
I
in it.
don't remember it.
Aside from the greatest Royal Rumble,
I don't remember anything from the greatest Royal Rumble. The only thing I remember is Cass, Bryan, and Braun.
That fucking match, that fucking event was so long, I don't even remember most of it, so I don't blame you.
I remember John Cena and Triple H being the most over and the best match on the card. And that's
Yeah.
it. Taker and Rusev, I remember that match. That match was great. And I remember Aiden English getting spiked and everyone saying, oh, Aiden English is injured. Undertaker botched. No, the fuck he didn't. Aiden English said he was fine.
Now stop crying about it.
Yeah, Dave Meltzer, you fucking piece of shit. You're biased towards the WWE. Everybody knows it.
Alright.
That's why Brian Alvarez is better than you.
But one of the greatest feuds that Rey Mysterio has had in his career is against Chavo Guerrero. Believe it or not.
They had two of the best I Quit matches I've ever
Yep.
seen. Aside from the 5 John Cena's been in.
He should have been WWE champion, but fucking John Cena had to take his title.
He was
I don't know
WWE
why.
champion.
For like
He
5
was.
minutes.
2 hours and 13 minutes.
I cried so much when he lost that championship.
You're probably gonna hate me for this, but I really wanted Miz to win that tournament. Quit crying, be a man, go to Waffle House.
I'll be back. Hold on.
He's gonna go eat some waffles. But anyway, I don't care about your number 9 anymore. Number 8. Who's your number 8?
My number 8 is The Miz. The Miz. The Miz.
I feel like we're kind of running this on too long.
One of the
So
greatest
we'll just
feuds.
run through now.
Alright.
Your number 8. Go.
My number 8 is The Miz.
My number 8 is Dolph Ziggler, the current Intercontinental Champion, and the man that should have held the World Heavyweight Championship for longer than a month.
Mm-hmm.
He's the most underrated WWE superstar in history.
The
Number
most.
7. My number 7 is the phenomenal AJ Styles, the current WWE champion.
My number 7 is The Undertaker.
Thief.
The Undertaker.
Thief.
The Undertaker.
You stole that
Undertaker-
from me.
Like you said, every feud he was in, every storyline he was in, every match he had was amazing. I wish when I
Stole
get
that
old,
from me too.
when I get old, I want to wrestle like him. Not. I take that back. He didn't wrestle that good at WrestleMania 30. Except for that match, all his other matches.
His match against Brock Lesnar was great. 31 was trash. 32 was good. 33 was trash. 30 was
31
not bad.
was. It wasn't bad, but
31 was not
I
bad.
feel like just because he lost, I felt like he was out of it. He shouldn't have lost.
Now, hold on.
He shouldn't have lost. He should still win.
What the?
Damn, some technical difficulties here, but every match the Undertaker was in was amazing. Every storyline he had. Moment of silence for his streak ending. Moment of silence right here. Hold on.
Suck it.
All right, over.
But if you're wondering what happened, we had the TV turned off and it just kind of turned on, which is kind of weird because that hasn't really happened since TJ had his accident. But
Ever since TJ had his accident, shit's been going on here.
yeah.
Shit's been going down.
Before that, TJ had always said that stuff was happening, but
Even when after his car accident, he said he saw what? A mask? A mask. A demon. I thought it was on crack, but from all...
we didn't believe him, but the weird
guess
shit, weird
so.
shit's been going on, so it's getting more and more believable every day. But number 6.
Number 6. The leader of the Yes Movement.
666.
666. It's Daniel Bryan.
Nigga.
Yes, yes, yes.
You
Number
look like
6
you
is
had
Daniel
Tourette's,
Bryan.
not saying yes, yes, yes.
I couldn't say it out.
Yes, you can.
I can, but
Say it.
yes, yes, yes.
Fag.
It feels good.
I feel it looked weird, but it felt good.
One of his best storylines was when the Authority was born.
Do you not listen to me? We're taking too long doing that shit.
Well, I
My
still have
number
to talk
6
about it.
is CM Punk. CM Punk. Former WWE champion. And the man who gets his ass kicked in the UFC. But in all honesty, I have mad fucking respect for CM Punk for even stepping in to the world of Ultimate Fighting.
He has balls.
He's got bigger balls than most people in the world. Not just for UFC, but also for the fact that he actually got the...
He actually tried it.
To ask AJ Lee out on a date.
Yeah.
Now they're married. And he's got the 17th hottest woman in the world to be his wife.
He left Lita for her. I don't blame him.
Lita's fugly.
She's kind of hot, but, you know.
I like tattoos on women, but she's not pretty. I never thought she was.
Number 5. Wait, Nope, not number 5.
Yes,
Scrap
number
that.
5. We just did 6. I cut you off.
Number 5. Typo.
No, it's perfectly fine. There was no typo. Look at this. Look at this. No, there's no typo here. Not at all. No
Right,
typo.
now they saw number 4, 3, and 2, and 1.
They can't see shit.
All right, number 5 is
The
AJ
Miz.
Styles, the man who built WWE.
No,
Ever since he got there.
2016, the WWE's been around for over 50 years.
Okay, you can scrap that. Let's start over.
No, we're live. Number 5 is the man, the myth, the legend, the Miz. Star of Miz and Mrs. What else has he done?
He's been on The Challenge. On MTV.
Yeah, he hosted the Challenge Champs vs. Stars.
He's been
Seasons 1
hosting.
and 2.
Yeah. He was in the Real World. I don't know which one. There's been so many. I think he's done one challenge. I believe so. He's done the Road Rules.
He was in
whatever.
all of the Marine movies except for the first 2.
Yeah,
He had a Christmas movie.
with Paige.
No.
Yeah, it was Paige.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was Paige.
He's a fucking amazing Intercontinental Champion, a great United States Champion, a pretty damn good WWE Champion, and an interesting, entertaining Tag Team Champion. So let's give it up for the hosted challenge, Champs vs. Stars.
Alrighty, moving down to number 4. It's none other than the best in the world.
Shawn Michaels.
No. CM Punk. CM Punk.
Shawn Michaels.
CM Punk.
Shawn Michaels.
CM Punk.
Shawn Michaels.
CM Punk. CM Punk.
Sexy
CM Punk.
boy.
CM Punk.
Heartbreak Kid.
CM
Mr.
Punk.
WrestleMania. The Showstopper. Number 3. Mine's more emotional. You go first.
Mine is Randy Orton. Randy Orton is one of the best heels in the WWE. One of the best faces in the WWE, to be honest with you. Yeah, he's done pretty good at being a face.
The only good face feud he had was with Wade Barrett.
Yeah. Wade Barrett, and when he actually turned back to being a face against Seth Rollins, that RKO out of nowhere at WrestleMania 31 is one of his best. His best, I believe, is when he did it to Evan Bourne.
Yes. Excuse us. Matt Sydal. Yes. But, back to being serious. My number 3 is Chris Benoit. One of the most decorated superstars in WCW and WWE. Who, unfortunately, after the passing of his best friend Eddie Guerrero, went through some mental issues and was dealing with a lot of drug abuse.
He spiraled, what do you say?
Into deep, deep depression. And after the autopsy, they said that he had the brain of that, the equivalent of a man with Alzheimer's at the age of 80 years old, due to all of the concussions that he had sustained in his wrestling career. But my number 3 is the Rabid Wolverine, Chris Benoit.
Even though, you know, what he did was not okay.
It was unspeakable.
It was horrible. When I heard he did what he did to his family, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what?
People always say they will always remember where they were and what they were doing when 9/11 happened. And I can honestly tell you, I can remember exactly where I was when I found out that Chris Benoit had passed. I was in Ruidoso, New Mexico. I was in a breakfast diner. That's really what it was. They only served breakfast.
It's breakfast and it's a diner.
Yeah. And I was sitting at a table in the corner, and they had a TV mounted up on the wall above an old fireplace. And I was waiting on my food, and I looked up on the TV, and I saw WWE superstar Chris Benoit and his family found dead at home. And I was maybe 8 years old at the time, and he was one of my favorite superstars, and it hit me pretty hard.
It all was pretty hard. It was unexpected. That's the thing. Unexpected when it happened and how it happened. But on a lighter note, let's move on to our number 2 spot in the list.
Number 2 is Jeff Hardy. One of the rainbow-haired warrior, the charismatic enigma, Brother Nero, Will-O-the-Wisp, Itchweed, man. I take back everything I said about everyone else being charismatic. Jeff Hardy is the most charismatic man to ever walk the face of the fucking earth. I'm not wrong. He puts The Rock to shame.
And he hasn't even been in movies.
I fucking hate The Rock. I hate The Rock. I'm calling you out, Dwayne. You're probably not ever going to see this because nobody watches our videos. Only people that watches ours are me 13 times.
Yeah.
That's why we get 14 views.
All right,
I just want to give a shout out to Evan Sullivan for bringing that 14th view. Because you're a piece of fucking shit.
He said it on me.
Evan Sullivan is fucking trash. And I've called you out on Instagram. Now I'm doing it here. You talk a lot of shit. So, if you want to fight me, come to TKW.
I'll book it.
Yeah? You want to come down here and fight me? Navarro will make the match. And I will end your career.
End the match. All right, my number 2 pick
That's the fucking
on the
point!
list is Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, the Architect, the Kingslayer, cashing in at WrestleMania 31. Man, that's to me. That's what made.
It's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, that was the ultimate goal. Nobody had ever done it before. Nobody would ever think he would do it. Everybody thought Roman Reigns got this, even though he was getting his ass kicked most of the time. When his music hit, my nipples went hard. That's how much goosebumps I fucking had.
Goosebumps don't make your nipples hard.
Yeah, they make mine. They made mine.
Make sure I never get goosebumps around you.
He was, I'm telling you that his entrance music hits.
No, what you're telling us, you didn't mention his
Wow.
entrance. You're telling us that your nipples get hard when you
Yeah,
get
my
goosebumps.
nipples, not down there. Let me clarify. They're 2 different places.
Hey, all they heard was you get hard when you get
Right
goosebumps.
here. Right here. And right here. Nowhere else. I don't like Seth
His
Rollins.
nipples get hard.
Right here.
Yeah, but when his music hit and he ran down the ramp at WrestleMania, cashed in, pinned Roman, and if you pay close attention, you can audibly hear him say, "Thank you so much." Because Roman didn't have to do that. Like,
He would have been like, fuck Seth. It's my time to win. It was his time to win.
it should have been. I feel like it would have meant. I honestly think it would have been more surprising had Seth cashed in the next night on Raw.
Yeah, he could have done that, but
Because I wanted to see Roman win the title.
so did I. I was.
I
dead
still want Roman Reigns to have a legit WWE Championship reign.
Yep.
Longer than, 3 months? No, it was 2 months.
set. Yeah.
Survivor Series, he won it for the first time. Sheamus cashed in that night. TLC, Sheamus retained it.
Sheamus won the money. in the bank
Roman
match.
won it on Raw. Lost it at the Rumble a couple weeks later. Won it at Mania.
Lost
Beat
it.
Styles at Extreme Rules. Beat Styles at Mania.
Beat Styles at Mania.
Not Mania. Beat Money in the Bank. Seth came back. Lost it to Seth at Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. Lost it to Dean also at Money in the Bank. And he hasn't won it back since. So all of you people out there saying that Roman Reigns doesn't need a championship, he hasn't had one since 2016. Number 1. You first, lady.
My number 1, the man that I've looked up to ever since I started watching wrestling.
Dude, you don't have to put me number 1.
Ever since I started watching wrestling, when I saw him,
he just made me number 1.
There wasn't anybody who was like, oh, I like this superstar. The first time I saw him,
you don't have
in
to
his
talk
Intercontinental
about me
Championship match
I never fought
against
for that title.
Johnny Nitro,
I was like 7.
I was dead. I was like, who is this?
Jay King.
Jeff fucking Hardy.
I don't know if you did that.
Brother Nero. Willow the Wisp.
Okay, you're just stealing my gimmick now.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
No.
That's gimmick infringement.
How is that not number 1?
Because he's number 2.
When I'm telling you, the greatest WWE superstar, in my opinion, of all time.
He almost has the most ever championships won. He's the only man to ever win every championship available to him to actually win. He's been suspended the most amount of times.
He overcame drug addiction.
That he did.
He did.
Jeff Hardy is truly a story to follow in the wrestling business. Many trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
But overall, a success story.
And this probably won't happen, but when I become a wrestler, that's somebody who I want to face. It's probably not going to happen. But just being across the ring of him, I just want to know how that feels. From Jeff fucking Hardy, dude. The charismatic enigma. Oh my God, dude. When he returned to WrestleMania, at WrestleMania 33.
I screamed like a girl. Me, Danny, and TJ were sitting in my living room. We didn't know Navarro yet.
No, not me yet.
He was weird.
Yeah, I was weird back then.
But we were sitting in my living room eating pizza.
Fuck Seth Rollins winning. My nipples actually came out of my freaking body. It was so unexpected, but it
Your
felt
nipples
fucking
aren't
right.
inside your body.
They were detached from me and they were gone. Fuck goosebumps. I didn't even know what I felt.
He felt love.
Yes.
He felt affection.
Yes.
First time ever.
Jeff Hardy is the man that I look up to.
He was watching that moment and thinking, this must be what it feels like to lose your virginity.
Fuck yeah. This is what heaven looks like.
When the Hardy brothers came back at WrestleMania 33, Navarro officially peaked.
Yes.
That was the high point in his life.
The gates opened and to heaven.
His floodgates opened and his pants extremely wet.
For the first time ever.
It was like the Hoover Dam collapse. Niagara Falls no longer.
Yeah.
It's just a free flower.
Yeah. There's Niagara Falls didn't touch nothing to me. It was piss everywhere.
I wasn't talking about piss.
I was.
Well then, Jeff Hardy makes you piss your pants.
Yeah, that's...
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. TKW predictions. Navarro
help me meet Jeff Hardy.
Navarro pisses his pants when Jeff Hardy's on TV.
Every Tuesday he's on SmackDown Live.
When he had face paint, by golly, he probably shit himself.
Fuck yeah, when those white contacts out of his fucking eyes, I was like, again.
God damn, if he ever wins the world title, he's gonna throw up.
Fuck yeah, piss. I'm not gonna eat or drink, so I won't pee for the duration of his WWE career. The best way to end his career is in the WWE. Is the only place to end his career. And I hope he doesn't end his career until I start wrestling, because I want to fucking wrestle him. Either by his side or across the ring from him. Jeff Hardy is number 1.
Your finisher, he gets one time.
And that would be so fucking exciting, dude. I might reverse it on his ass, but
if y'all were attacked,
beat Jeff
he would
Hardy.
hit this one time, and you would just.
I'd move that freaking opponent that he was wrestling. Do it on me, bro.
He would hit this one time on the opponent, and you'd just piss on him.
Fuck yeah. I'd distract him with my piss, and then boom, out of nowhere.
He'd be peeing on the referee. Twist of fate, motherfucker.
That's what you get.
Oh god.
That should have been your number 1, but
You pissing in the ref?
yeah. Yes.
Oh god.
Can you see that?
No, I don't
Navarro
wanna see
versus Jeff Hardy at WrestleMania. Navarro's
versus-
piss versus Jeff Hardy at WrestleMania.
Navarro versus Mike Chioda.
But if you haven't guessed my number 1 pick is Jeff Hardy. Yeah.
My number 1 is John Cena. The first time I ever watched WWE programming, I was 5 years old. I was sitting in my room. I turned it on because one of my friends had said, "Hey, you need to watch this," because I had asked him about his John Cena shirt. I turn on WWE Monday Night Raw, and the first thing I see is John Cena running out on stage, going crazy, holding up the WWE Championship, saying, "You can't see me," throwing up his sign, and just being the fucking man. Being the best guy in the room, and he knew it. From that point on, I told myself, when I grow up, I'm gonna be WWE champion. I'm gonna be John Cena. John Cena, this may sound stupid, but John Cena is the sole reason behind TKW predictions. Without John Cena, there's no Jay King. There's no TJ Hunter. There's no Danny Fuego. There's no Navarro. There's
without Jeff Hardy, there's no Navarro. Let me correct that.
But I'm saying, like, without John Cena, this
true.
channel does not exist. Had I not seen John Cena, this channel may not exist. So that is why John Cena will forever be my number 1. They can't see shit.
If you can't see that, that's fucking Jeff Hardy, one of the greatest superstars of all time.
Now,
right there.
if you'll excuse us,
Oh yeah, you were talking about John Cena.
I'm going to clean my floor because
I just pissed on
he
it.
did pissed on it.
Actual piss.
But this, I guess this really isn't a new weekly thing. I guess this is more of,
When we feel like it.
yeah, it'll be a weekly thing, but
We'll try to make it a weekly thing. You know, we have
prior
schedules.
obligations.
Yeah.
But this has been not Jay King and Navarro's top 10, top 20, top 15 lists. This has been Jay King and Navarro. Podcast 1.